So emails, how do you write emails that convert? You need to make sure that you use multi-modes. So use text, audio, video, PDF. Use multiple modes. Everybody consumes data in different ways. Some people are visual, some people are auditory, some people are kinesthetic. You want to make sure that you hit all of the different modes. Some people like to read stuff offline. Some like to listen to it on their iPod. Some people don't like to read it all and would prefer to watch you on YouTube. So important to make sure that you give them all of those pieces. When you write your emails, and we've found this particularly with some other team members when they started with me coming from a corporate background, they were like, oh, I can't believe the way that you write your emails. Like it's not professional the way that we do it. It's more like I'm writing to a friend. It's very conversational, it's got a very personal tone, and you write it as though you were writing it to a friend. You want to keep it short and to the point where you can. Sometimes I'll do long emails, I'll mix it up, but quite often everybody's very busy, and how would you write something to a friend? Hey, check this out, insert link. That's what you'd probably get from your buddy. You want to imagine writing to your avatar as though they were your best friend. Once that's done, it's good to make sure you read it aloud and then reread it before you send it. I've been guilty of this, where you'll send something out and then you'll read it afterwards and you're like, oh, I just sent this out to 30,000 people and I missed a full stop there. And sometimes it's been a little bit worse than a full stop. I think either reading it aloud is a good step, or leave it for 12 hours, 24 hours before you mail it, then go read it back, or get someone else to read it as well. And then also think about optimising your landing page. So in your email address, in your email, you're sending people to specific links. Think about where those people are landing, and then just make sure that there is a very good message to message match. So if they're reading something in an email and they're expecting something, make sure when they arrive on that page they can find it straight away. There's nothing more frustrating than me saying, hey, go over here to download a free audio, and then you get there and you're like, oh, I can't find this is annoying. So you want to make sure that there's a good match there. As far as like the anatomy of an email, you just want to make sure that the from message is, the from is probably one of the most read components of an email. When you think about it and you're looking through your own emails, if you've got an email from your mum, you're probably going to open that rather than if you've got an email from ING Direct or something like that. You're going to go for the one from your mum first. So you want to make sure over time, like I put my own name in there. Some people put companies' names in there and things like that. I prefer to have the name so they've got real recognition with me. Then you've got the subject. So from is probably the first read. The subject is probably the second most read. Really important to make sure that you have it's like the headline for your email. So you want to make sure anything that hooks and draws them in. I like to ask a question. I like to open a loop that can only be closed by reading the rest of the email. Have you seen this? ... Well, I don't know what this is until I read your email. So I'm going to have to open your email up to find out what this is. Otherwise, for the rest of the day, I'm going to be walking around going, what is this? What is this? Like I'm creating these little hooks to draw them in. The other thing I like to do is make sure that you put lots of links in your email. Just like I was saying with when someone's ready to make a purchase at Planet 13, I don't go, wait, we need to get you in the change room first before we can go ahead and let you buy that t-shirt. When someone's ready to take an action, let them take that action. So some people, they're trained to click blue links. This is the way that we're built from using web browsers and things like that at an early age. Like, what do we all know? You click blue underlined links. Like, that's just what you do. So start your email with a blue underlined link and you'll get a lot of people just clicking it. Because really the aim of the game for me, the email's main goal, it's not to sell, it's to get them to come through to the web page that sells. Very rarely will I sell in an email. I'm selling the idea of visiting the page. And once they get to the page, I let the page do the selling. So just keep in mind what is the objective of each step. The from gets their attention, the subject gets them to read the email gets them to click through. And then make sure there's call to actions at the bottom as well. The other thing that I do as well, halfway down or you'll write an email, and then at the bottom of most emails now, you've got the unsubscribe link. You've probably seen those. Canned Spam has required those links to be there, and third-party services will just shove them in. So what we do is, if someone wants to unsubscribe, I want them to unsubscribe. I'm not going to make it difficult for them, but I will push it further down the page, because people are trained to click blue underlined links. If I've got a really short email address and then it's got the unsubscribe button underneath, they might just see it and go, oh, okay, click it, unsubscribe. I want someone who wants to unsubscribe. So we just put this little dashed line right down the bottom of the email. So I might put like 15 enters in, and then I have the dashed line underneath, and then that dashed line pushes the unsubscribe button all the way down, like part way down the page. I'll try and show you an example of that. The other thing is as well, 64 characters long. Like, I mean, you don't want to go too long. Like, you'll actually see I'll format the email so that way when they're viewed in the browser, they're kind of, instead of really long strings of text. I'll show you one. Like, that's an example. That was part of the online trading mastermind launch relaunch that we did with Justine Pollard, and this was one of the fourth emails in a sequence. We did a product launch where we gave away 4 bits of content, and then we pitched a high-end coaching program. But you can see here, so up the top, the Justine's Complete Metastock Systems. So my email list is very interested in stock trading systems and Metastock specifically. So who else wouldn't want complete Metastock systems if that was your perfect target market? So very catchy headline to draw them in. Then up the top, it hasn't picked it up because I've just copied it straight out, and there's the text, but usually that link would be blue and underlined. So I have a link right at the top of the email. Then we move down to, would you like to get a copy of the exact formulas Justine Pollard uses to scan the market? These are the same systems she traded to increase her trading account by 262% in 4 months. Click the link below. Telling them what to do. Click the link below. It's part of the Online Trading Mastermind 2.0. Check it out and let me know what you think. Your trading coach, Dave. Now, I'd probably have a link usually right down the bottom in the PS. And then a PS, we've got 5 free signed copies of Justine's book, Smart Trading Plans, to give away to the next 5 people who join. So, I mean, that's a good example of an email. It's not too long. We've got a call to action. We've got an interesting headline that draws them in. It's formatted. You probably don't see it, but I mean, you click 5 more or 10 more enters down, and I'll put the dashed line as well, which pushes the unsubscribe button further down the page.